Can we move it forward now? I can ask you, Frank. The story now is about Dion Phaneuf. The big story's come out. You're a big Toronto Maple Leafs fan. Do you make the move on?
I'm not a big Toronto Maple Leaf fan. I'm a Toronto Maple Leaf fan. Let me just quantify and verify that with you, okay? Not a big Toronto Maple Leaf fan. I'm a Toronto Maple Leaf fan because, to me, the way I was brought up, loyalty is loyalty. This is where I was born. This is where I was raised. Been watching the Leafs since I was a kid, and that's who I cheer for, unfortunately.
Okay, so would you trade, speaking of loyalty, would you trade your captain? Would you trade?
Yes. This captain, I would.
Yes. Would you trade Dion Phaneuf?
Isn't Montreal in the Guinness Book of Records for getting rid of captains?
No, I think the Leafs are in that top that list.
I'm being facetious. But
Why, Frank? Why would you make that? Why would you make a trade involving Phaneuf?
I would trade Phaneuf. Can I tell you something?
Sure.
I got totally turned off when he walked off the ice and one of his own players was, at the other side of the rink on the ground behind the net. And your captain shouldn't do that. No, that's my personal view. I don't know the man. I'm not trying to diss him in any way. That's my personal view.
Whatever's happening, he's the captain of record right now.
And I don't think he played to the value that they put on him. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that Phaneuf is worth the money that he's getting paid?
No, but I say that about any player. I don't think anybody's worth the money they get paid. But this is a guy who was pretty good up until after the January 1 game.
Basically, a lot of what happened to the Leafs, you could tie it directly to him. Not exclusively to him, but, I mean, this is a guy who's a workhorse for this team. He's getting paid $7 million a year, $8 million a year. He can go to any other team.
Two better players than him.
He can go to any other team and he'll be a number 2 guy on a team. Are you going to tell me like a guy like that? What?
Maybe a number 3.
Depends who you pair him with, right?
Exactly,
I mean, some teams.
Are you a Phaneuf fan, Tony?
I wouldn't say I'm a Phaneuf fan. I don't think I hate him, but I'm not a Phaneuf fan.
I don't hate the man. That is the most unfair way to say something. I don't know the guy.
Fair enough.
I don't know, and I've heard he's not a bad human being. But I'm just saying that on the level of me cheering for the Toronto Maple Leafs, I just don't think that he's worth the money. He hasn't showed the value to me, and that's my personal.
And I asked the question. There was no rush to sign him. He's a free agent after this season. The Leafs, on January 1, gave him a big contract. Not even halfway through the season.
Why? Why would they do that?
And that's my question. Why would the Maple Leafs have done that? It just boggles my mind why they make these kinds of moves. And now they're in a position to what looks like they're going to have to trade him because of what's happened this year with the collapse down the last month and a half.
There's a new sheriff in town, which is Shanahan, and he's going to bring his own people in, and he's going to bring his own ideology in. I mean, if anybody in the Leaf organization doesn't believe that, then and they need to get rid of all the cronies that are there and let Shanahan do his job. That's what they need to do. Yeah. If they want the Leafs to be a quantified sports organization rather than strictly a business, which they very briefly, when Mr. Stavros took over in 93, 92, whenever he took over, they became a sports franchise. And then they went back to being a business. They need to take all those assholes in suits and they need to tell them, listen, we're going to run the team. And that's it. The guys they just hired.
The whole organization makes mind-boggling decisions time and time again. First, you give Kessel the 8 years again before the season started.
I agree with that one. I love Kessel.
And then Phaneuf. Right. But was there a rush to get him before the season started?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's a great question. You're the sports guy. You're going to have to find out if somebody can rat and give you some information.
It makes no sense. And then you bring back Randy Carlyle. That one makes no sense.
That one's mind-boggling because I don't think he's conducive to their future.
You know what? Here's a situation. If you leave it like status quo, which they did, there's criticism. If you blow it up, there's criticism because here we go, blowing up the team again. No matter what they did, there was going to be pushback criticism either way.